Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and is Nightbanes worth your time? This is my free-to-play series, and there are two questions I usually ask. Is the game fun? And does it hit a paywall in an unreasonable or reasonable amount of time? Again, this is the economy model for these kind of games. They need payment in order to keep it going. So, is it reasonable for the average player? Now, Nightbanes is in this weird sort of middle ground where it's different enough from other games, that's for sure. And there's an emphasis on different aspects to it. However, there are also weird things that sort of result because of it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to play two matches on the quest line. We're going to start with the Crow's Hill Cemetery. We're going to play against our little dragon friend here, Ostrikanis. Yeah, try to not pronounce that one. Like Cyborg Harishma. Yeah, I try to pronounce her name. Okay, so here's your opening hand. And each card has a specific set of properties to it. Let's look at the Monster Tentacle, for example. So the Monster Tentacle has a 2 in the left-hand corner. That's its rage. That's the amount of damage that it will do. The background of it also sort of shows a sort of an element to that attack, sort of like a shadow or, poisonous. You got sort of like an ethereal or a monster one. You also have the type in the bottom left corner. It's abominable, okay? And on the top right is its toughness. It's 5. Now, it also doesn't have, you see here, like it's got the swords and the shield there. That's its swords and toughness here. This one does not. It does not have that section to it. Keep that in mind. Now, what is the middle portion of that? Those sort of blood drops. Well, that is sort of a summoning sickness. So after the end of every turn, you gain 1. Once the creature has enough, his abilities and his attack will open up. And so I need to wait one more turn before he'll be able to attack during that turn. All right, let's play. How about we play Emulate? This is a power. This is a sort of an instant. And so we'll play it. Hopefully getting rid of that guy. And his turn. All right, his zombie's up, but now our tentacle is ready to attack this turn. All right, let's play the Tainted Water Spirit. I do want to get the heals up, and considering he's abominable, Tainted Water Spirit will help him. So, he attacks, dead, simple enough. They also have, again, like I showed you, abilities. Like this one can fly. It has a chance to dodge attacks from non-flying creatures. Okay, but look at my Earthbind. Always does base damage to an opposing flying creature as well as 2 additional damage. Obviously, he probably didn't want to play that. Alright, let's play our doctor here. He's probably going down. Yep. And these guys will be ready to attack next turn. It looks like the main creature card, chance to deal 1 ice damage to one enemy every turn. This is your boss level creature. This is also where your main health is going to come from. Mine is Ronaldo. He also has a special ability called Weaken. If I activate it, I don't play any cards that turn. However, it decreases the rage of all enemies by 2. I reduce their attack by 2, which is pretty effective in certain situations. Gonna play the zombie. This is a fast forward. For those who want to fast forward through games, this is pretty easy, considering it's the same animation. So I'm gonna do that. Play my zombie rocker. Alright, he played that. I wasn't able to kill him, but I reduced his life down. Alright, let's do that again. There's also a slot mechanism here. So he will attack that, he will attack that, and then anybody else that doesn't have a card across from him will attack the main creature directly. So, right now, 1, 2, 3, he won't be able to attack, so I'll be able to at least do 4 damage to him this turn. Simple enough. And that's where part of the problem lies. You see, this game is what I call an avalanche mode. A lot of card games have this, where things get so one-sided that there's no other ending at that point. Now, games like Magic can be sort of avalanche-like, except there are always usually ways that you can get out of it. You got 4 creatures on the field? Well, play a Wrath of God card. Kill all the creatures. This doesn't have it because you play 1 card per turn, and the combinations, you really don't have a good way of dealing with it. Yeah, you may have a good artifact or like a power that could help for maybe a turn or 2, but really this game, once a game gets one-sided, it's really going to go that way, and that's it. All right, let's end this turn here. I'm going to reduce their rage. And that's it. Dead. Now, it's not very complicated, that's for sure. There are some abilities and things like that, but you don't have these combos things. You only can play one card per turn. It's a simple laid-back one, and games can be played pretty fast. But let me try the next set, and let me show you exactly where things can get interesting. You see, once they open up the second set, I see synergy in the decks that the other opponents can play. So let's start off with, I'm going to start off with my escaped lunatic here. All right. Oh, let's take a look at this guy. Living Tree. Heals all your bestial creatures for 1. Okay. And prevents 1 attack damage. Uh-oh. Okay, well, so he's going to probably stay there for a while because, unfortunately, once you get a card into the first slot, he's not going until he dies. I can't move him over. All right, well, that's interesting. Well, I'll play my battle suit ready to play for maybe a next card or two. Uh-oh. A bestial. And he's going to be able to recover very quickly. Let me immolate him. Let's get rid of him right away. Wait, what? How? Well, I'm not sure how he survived that, but he did. So, interesting. Fantastic. That's a problem. And now you see where the problem lies. Because I'm already down 2. And, oh, okay, it applied it to this guy. Great. Let's, I guess, Tainted Water Spirit just so that I don't take damage. Oh, boy. We're in trouble. Let us play Zombie Rocker. All right. They've got a whole shitload of things, and I've only got 5 health left. I'm going to use my Ballistic, hopefully do some damage. All right, it took down that creature, although it moved him around. Don't know what that's about. Okay. And there we go. I'm pretty much screwed at this point. Their deck has a very good synergy with each other because they can heal every turn, so on and so forth. So I'm sort of screwed. Now, I'm screwed to a point. Because the thing is that I can sort of counter that because I know what kind of decks they're creating. The fact is that they use a lot of beasts. If I got the right cards, though. You do get a couple booster packs at the start, but it only goes so far. And right now, I'm going to be able to survive maybe a turn or two, but he's healing these guys for more damage than I can really dish out at this point. And I'm just sort of in a bunch of pain. I'm going to use my Rage Power. Hopefully I can start knocking some guys around. But, yep, I'm pretty much screwed. I'm dead. And that's where I think the paywall portion comes in. Because then you're going to get the frustration of people trying to go through this. And that's going to lead to some possible bad spending at this point. Now, not to say that this is going to happen every match. There is enough randomization where I can say, yeah, you get enough of a good starting hand that you'll be able to do it, you know, once or twice. But maybe twice out of every 4 or 5 times. You see, like I said, this is where the avalanche problem comes in, and I don't like games like that. I don't like the fact that it's so one-sided to begin with. I like the fact that you are able to come back. Here, you're not able to. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen. So that's the problem with Nightbanes, and I think that's where I say I ultimately don't recommend it for players who don't have the time to put into it. If you're looking for a free-to-play experience, you know, there are other good, better card game portions that you could put your time into other than Nightbanes. Now, while it does have some unique portions to it, the more one card per play, meaning that every card's important, you know, the abilities, the synergy, I just don't see it living on very well in terms of the normal player. Now, I do admit that there is something to this guild raid portion where you take on big monsters, but I am unable to unlock that yet, so I can't really talk about that. Alright, this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you got an idea of what exactly Nightbanes brings to the table, and I'll see you all later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.